back.
Healing thoughts.
We're doing it again. Oh, we're talking about Jose Trevino, your all-star catcher from last year, your Gold Glove winner, the best pitch framer in all the land. Dear friend, potential future baggage teammate, hopefully, maybe one day. Come on, come on.
Come on, Hosey.
Jake, starting
Platty
catcher.
last year.
What?
Platy last year.
Platinum glove, yeah.
Platinum Glove. And these PPPs are presented to you by SeatGeek. Code Yanks, $20 off your first order with SeatGeek. Our guy, Jose Trevino, came over a week before the season started. Shook some hands, kissed some babies. Said, get out of here, Rortvet Army. And we wondered what he would be. We figured he'd share time with Higgy. And he kind of came in gangbusters. A good start, all-star game. Him and Nestor mic'd up during the all-star game. And that was fun. Trevi, he ends up playing a $115 games, 11 homers, 43 RBI. Those are career highs for him. 248, 283, a 671 OPS. Again, not flashy, but for the catcher position. And when you're winning platinum and gold gloves, it's more than acceptable. He kind of became a heart and soul with the team. Sometimes we see the Yankees fluff the fans a little bit. Garrett Cole had his sign. Who was the other Yankee that was I grew up a Yankee fan last year, and
We're talking about Jose Trevino.
Trevi was the actual Yankee fan.
Yeah, he was the actual
That's
Yankee
what I was
fan.
getting to.
Yeah,
it's
but
telling a story.
Yeah, but the other guy was the guy we're not talking about because we're not talking about him. We're talking about Jose Trevino.
We're
Right.
hoping we don't got to do that guy.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, he doesn't come up anymore.
Right.
He did do that game.
Right.
But Trevino was.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You go.
Yeah, Trevino is
All right.
low key about it because it's real.
Right.
His dad was a Yankee fan, grew up. He had the big moments, Father's Day, and
Because Gallo wasn't really one.
Not Gallo's ICAF.
I think Gallo was too.
I think Gallo did it too, but that was a year before storyline because he came over. His family that's from New York.
Yeah, but
grew up in
he
Vegas.
because Gallo wasn't. He didn't even want to be a Yankee. Like we knew that. But
I think he was excited to be.
Play
one.
the music,
it's
baby.
not his thing.
A lot of people saying Trevino's offense was a big fluke last year. The counter would be the Yankees. I don't think care what offensive production if he can take runs away on the other side. And until we have robot umps, Jose Trevino is going to take runs away with his glove every single time he's out there.
It's awesome to watch.
It's awesome to watch. He's one of the more visually pleasing catchers to watch at pitch framing. It's really impressive. So what do you need minimum offensively? Obviously if you do this, you need the other 8 hitters
Right.
to really carry the weight. And he had some downside. Now, Trevino had a really good stretch at the beginning of the year. But if we're saying, if the question just is, we don't even, all offense we get from his a bonus, he's so good with the glove, he is so good with the glove that you have to accept it a little bit. But where do you draw the line?
I hope we don't have to find out because Trevi, man, he was very solid with the bat. Like, even he had his first big slump. I remember it. We were talking on Talkin Yanks, but he wasn't striking out at all. And it was like, okay, so does that mean anything? Or is he just going to be like a weak contact king? After that moment, he started going. And I mean,
Well, he doesn't end up.
In May, he had a slow start. In May, 808 OPS. It's a solid hitter. June, 791. So he's basically an 800 OPS hitter for 2 months, and that's when we really started drinking the Trevi Kool-Aid. July, he cooled down. August was pretty solid, but that was in everyone else's mire of August. And then he really limped to the finish line in September, October, which you wonder if that's wear and tear, his first full year catching, really. And I guess that would be my spin zone for his career 77 OPS plus. He was 90 last year. Last year was the first year he got run. And for a lot of guys, getting in the day-to-day routine, and even for a catcher, that's 2 out of 3 series most of the time. I think there is an adjustment period there. I need him to be. The OPS has to be in the 6s, which
okay, so
again,
that's a light ask.
It's a light ask.
How many plate appearances did he get last year?
He got 353 plate appearances, 335 at bats.
Okay,
a lot of 3s and 5s.
Yeah.
What would the qualified plate appearances that Fangraphs gives for catchers is ridiculous. Like
Right.
only 4 catchers
Doesn't
in the
work.
whole league. What would you respect if I put it at 200 to include catchers at split time, like Zunino back when he was doing that?
Yeah, maybe 250.
250?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do 250.
Plate appearances. That takes in walks and stuff.
Yes. 250 plate appearances, and I'm trying to find where he landed because catchers are a whole different animal.
Right.
Like there's
They
not
get graded
a lot
on a different scale.
that hit, but he was offensively. Now, if you look at OPS, that's what I'm looking at right now. You can look at some other stuff as well. He was bottom half. He was 18th. So he wasn't a top half of the league offensive catcher, even with the good starts. I thought maybe that was going to get him higher.
What kind of OPS would be top 10 of the names you're seeing right there?
757 was top 10, Salvador Perez.
Okay.
You had Sean Murphy, Cal Rayleigh, Alejandro Kirk, Travis Deneau, Adley Rushman, Will Smith, Wilson Contreras, JT Realmuto, William Contreras were the top 10.
Okay.
So
How far behind is he from getting into the top half?
Well, he's 18, and the 15th, if that's how you just want to do it, is 692, and he was 671.
In range.
6'9", 685. It can't be low sixes. Like you said 6. 601, 600.
It's not great, but I think he also
he can hit.
I think the expectations have to be real a little bit. Like I just don't know where you set the bar. I mean, even 6'5", for a catcher, and he didn't land too far away from that last year. And in the middle part of the season, he was really good for 71 games. Trevi was 292, 325, 804. So, hey, maybe you could chop off that last month, and that was fatigue. It was the first year he caught that many innings, and maybe that's what it was.
Yeah.
If it ticks up at all, it's incredible. If it stays the same, it's kind of is incredible. If he does the same things defensively and hits how he hits last year,
you'd take it.
You
take it. He
Yeah.
hit, but that's what a lot of people are saying, that hitting last year was a
Right.
fluke, that it's not going to be that high again and not going to have that month of 800. And even if you do weighted runs created plus, he's 15th in that. So he kind of lands there. I wonder if I change this to AL. Is the NL the catcher league, or is the AL? I'll see. Let's see if we can juice these stats for him.
And he was the number one defensive catcher in kind of all the measurable things. How much you believe in specific measurements, sure, but
no, he's not top 10.
I've got a fun fact for you.
I want him, if I go WAR, he's got to be up there in WAR, right?
yeah, I think it
'Cause his
takes-
defense is so
takes
good?
the framing really into account.
He's the 5th AL catcher in WAR. Okay.
Yeah. He hit lefties last year.
Bump it up.
304, 360, 882 OPS.
How many lefties did he see?
He saw 75 plate appearances.
Okay.
So that's actually slightly negative spin zone because you see a lot of righties.
Can you show
numbers are
me?
lesser.
I'll pull it up. I want to pull up in games he started.
Yeah.
Because I don't care about pinch hit
Yeah.
or defensive replacement at bats. I don't think
Unless you're
if
weirdly really good
if a
at
catcher's coming in to be the catcher for the end of the game, I don't care if he doesn't give and the Yankees have a lead.
Right.
I don't care if he's my mind's here. I'll do whatever. You know what I mean? And I don't think. But
I looked at those. He was
better in pinch hit
he was
appearances.
2 for 6 as a pinch hitter, and he had one game as a DH. He was 2 for 4. So the numbers don't don't really get benefited.
Well,
too
yeah,
much.
but that doesn't. What about games started?
OPS looks like it's about $150 points higher as a starter than a sub.
Because
It's more
DA,
or
he could
less
be a
in line.
defensive replacement. That's
as
not a
a
pinch
as
hitter.
a starter, 249, 282, 678 OPS.
678. Okay.
It's not
So-
far off from just what the numbers were.
Around where he was.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I don't know, man. I love Trevi. He came to the office. He ripped floorball shots at me before I was even
If he
set and ready
repeats
to
last
go.
year, I'm ecstatic.
It's golden.
Not ecstatic, but I'm like, yes,
But,
yes.
I
this
mean,
is good.
That.
There is genuine concern he could not.
Yes.
And
then what do you do? Because you don't do anything. You need the other
They're
8
not
to step
going
up.
to. I think
Because he's
that's-
worthwhile still. You need the other 8 to step up.
That's the bigger thing. The Yankees value the pitch stealing. I think they're probably right because some of the pitches he gets and how that changes at every inning
You can see it when you
is
watch.
vastly more important than is his bat. I mean, the Trevi stuff unfortunately ties into every other Yankee topic, whether it's left field, third base, shortstop, that Trevi should be covered under this umbrella of like, you're good, dog. Like, go do your thing. We support that. But with a couple other rickety legs on the ship, that old saying, sometimes he's not covered by the umbrella, and that's when it jumps out a little more. Because he will not be anything he gives offensively will be a bonus. And the Yankees won't measure him on offense, really.
No, I don't think they care. They measure on a holistic approach to the catcher position.
I think they loved where him and Higgy landed last year.
I agree, for sure. And I think I am pretty excited or pleased about it as well. Here's an interesting split from Jose Trevino. Versus relievers, the first time, nope, no slug, but 268 batting average.
Sure.
Getting hits.
He's swinging, man.
Give me that fastball. He's actually, his best OPS in these splits is versus a starting pitcher, second at bat.
Catcher.
Yeah.
He knows what's going on.
Yeah. So give him some starts.
Maybe, again, given the Jakey optimistic spin, only 15 walks last year. Trevi's swinging when he's up there.
Yeah.
But also something that comes with getting more at bats is having a better eye. So maybe the OBP takes a little bump or something like that. That again, the experience of playing at the major league level, I think matters.
2 walk-offs.
It's pretty
You
nice.
want more this year?
I mean, doesn't it have to be on like a family member's birthday? Isn't that Trevi's rule?
Yeah, Father's Day,
Father's
son's
Day,
birthday. Those were the 2,
Dad's
I think.
birthday,
Yeah.
I
Dad's
think it was
birthday.
2.
So we need more.
You just got to
Trevi.
make sure someone has got to be in charge of that with the Yanks.
If you're Trevi's relatives and it like extended relatives, and you got a birthday,
well, tough. If he doesn't care about you, that you're going to find out.
but Trevi cares. I mean, look at him.
Not everyone. His son's cute as hell. Have you seen the videos of
Cute as
him?
button.
Yeah.
Good
He's not
smile on that
fast.
No.
He stopped the running game though, right? Too correct? Or am I? I know.
Yes, and
Combined they did.
And I think it was like he outperformed what they thought they were going to get as far as like throwing guys out. Like that was defensively, I think, not at the weak spot, but of the spots you
our
look at for
guy,
catchers. Blocking,
Rojas got all the
framing.
credit for that, right?
Yeah.
On both sides.
Yes.
I think so. For them stealing more and preventing more.
Yeah.
Now I've wanted to hear something interesting, Jake.
Yeah.
Where you say he swings, right?
Yeah.
And it shows in his chase rate.
Yep.
The average MLB chase rate is 58%, so that's chasing pitches out of the zone. His last year was 66. Oh no, his on his career is 66%. Last year it was 69%. So he is chasing pitches out of the zone. But his zone swing is below average. So he's actually not like attacking pitches when they're there, which is how I picture him hitting. So his meatball swing is 62% last year, and the MLB average is 76. So the no walking, I don't know. He's taking strikes, swinging out the pitches off. That's kind of an interesting combo.
Man, hit 270 off breaking balls, So yeah, he was better against breaking and off speed than fastballs. So that's
why he's taking strikes.
an easy fix, right?
I guess so. Get in the high velo machine. Just fuck around for a little bit.
Okay, Trevi stock going up.
Yeah.
What are you measuring Trevi on this year?
Feel.
Nice.
Does it feel like he's like in control of games? Like almost like leadership. Like I think he became this like odd leader on the team where he's in there like a little kid. Like, I can't believe I get to be in the locker room. But then they were kind of like, he was also a grinder. He was playing. Yeah. He was like coming through in clutch moments, which that's a feeling, right? And that's like the feeling he left us with was pretty good. Even in his rough stretches, I feel like he sprinkled around like good memories where we've had guys have big moments, but the bad is so much more paramount that's what you're like. He didn't leave a bad taste in my mouth ever. Even during the terrible stretches, I don't think we were ever like, well,
I don't think we were ever like upset he was the one coming up to the plate.
I say this kindly. If he's not repeating last year offensively, he just needs to be the worst hitter on the team.
That's an everyone else issue.
That's an everyone else issue.
That's, in the words of Joe's McFly, that's none of my business.
Yeah. No.
You know?
What about you? How are you judging him?
Honestly, it's on the defense, right? Like that would be the only thing if that slipped and was like noticeable, which impossible. That would be the only thing where I think we'd be like, whoa, can't do that.
I do wish Tanaka was around for him.
Hot.
I think they'd enjoy each other.
Yeah.
You know, Higgy and Tanaka never took off.
Good energy. Yeah, I guess, you know, it's always funny when luckily we're Yankees fans and we get to do this, and for a lot of these we end up saying the postseason. Trevi ended up having a tough postseason. He ended up having a tough September. So I guess, honestly, and like it was, and Higgy actually got hot towards the end of the year. You know, who's going to be catching my playoff games? And I
Trevi.
think I want it to be convincingly Trevi. How about that? That's kind of what I'll be measuring him on.
Okay. How does he do on first pitch? Does everyone give him fastball first pitch?
Fast pitch doesn't come in a jar.
I don't know. I'm interested to see it dive deeper into his hitting now. That some of those numbers were a little different than I thought.
Yeah. Tough postseason, man.
Yep. Fastballs in the zone to Jose Trevino last year. How many whiffs? 5.6% whiffs. That's low, but 45% called strikes. So maybe we want him to attack the fastball more.
Let's start hunting heaters.
Is he hunting off speed?
I'd have to ask him.
Okay. Let's call him up. We got, what does Baseball Reference say? Should we do that for him? Is this going to be ridiculous?
Baseball Reference for Jose Trevino. Oh, let's see. 73% reliability. Pretty good for a hitter. They have him getting 380 at-bats, so that would be about 45 more at-bats than last year.
407 plate appearances.
Yep. 10 homers, 45 RBI, 242, 283. So they have them having the exact same on-base percentage. And a 657 OPS.
So I wanted just a bump up. You know what'd be cool?
What's that?
Because you got to set goals if you want to achieve that.
Right.
Right?
Got to ask to receive.
You got to ask to receive. Let's get the OBP to 300. That's nothing to write home about, but when he looks at it, it's different than the rest. Different. You know?
I have a similar kind of a kissing cousin ask of that.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be OBP. It doesn't have to be batting average. It doesn't have to be slugging. Kind of like you were alluding to. Give me like the thing you got better on this offseason. Like if you slug a little more. Like Trevino hits 4 more homers next year, gets to 15 homers. His eye gets better. Mm-hmm. His OBP gets to 310. Or if he starts barreling some more fastballs and his batting average jumps 10 points. Like, give me Trevino, you just won the Platinum Glove. That's incredible. Like, that's insane. And we appreciate that and we love that. So this offseason, like,
you gave up.
What was your hitting thing that you got better in? And I just need one.
Yeah. Fastball.
Why not?
First pitch. He was good against changeups last year. You know, he was good against J.P. Sears' changeup, actually.
Oh. Well, that's because he's seen him.
Keegan Aiken's changeup.
He's a catcher whenever he sees him. So maybe that's okay.
Luis Castillo's
If
changeup.
you're looking for the Storielli hype train, he's a catcher. Second time seeing a pitcher. He did better against him. J.P. Sears, he rakes that guy because he used to catch him.
How many times did he catch him?
Spring training count. Second time, you know, going through the AL East, he's got a little more pitcher familiarity. He knows their tricks a little bit. There's some good arguments for Trevi taking a bump up, which if he does offensively is massive.
Okay. Great. I have an over-under for you.
Yes.
Over-under one game or half game. Jose Trevino bats cleanup.
Long season. And I would bet over.
You would bet over that?
I would bet over.
Why not, right? Oswaldo Cabrera batted cleanup last year twice.
It's a long season. And another thing. Trevi, end of August.
Yeah.
Last month of the season. He's
Yeah.
tired.
Yeah.
The Yankees all gave up in August. End of August, 264, 301, a 719 OPS. Yeah.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
Just a PSA that we do since we've been doing Talkin' Yanks.
PSA.
He's going to start 2 out of every 3 games. That's how the
Yes.
Yankees use their starting catcher. There's a lot of like, he's not a starter. And it's like, no, he is. It's 2 out of 2. A series is 3 games in the regular season. Trevi starts 2. That's how the Yankees use their starting pitch.
Unless it's like a week Higgy's banged up, so maybe then Trevi gets 5 in a row.
Oh, yeah, he might get more, but if
like,
they're both
status
healthy,
quo.
the status quo, how the that is.
And there's going to be
Day
a couple
games after night.
There's going to be a couple
games.
weeks a year where Higgy has it. Like Higgy has a couple hot games, Trevi's in a slump. Higgy will go
He gets 4 out of 7 one week.
Higgy will be 2 out of 3 for 2 weeks, and then it'll flip back.
I wonder who had more back-to-backs out of the 2 of them.
Back to back. Gotta be Trevi.
That is
Gotta
so
be Trevi. I was scrolling through the start. Ooh, 4 in a row for Higgy in September. But no, it's got to be
paternity.
It's got to be. It's got to be Trevino but it was Higgy to start. Trevino had only 3 the first 2 months, but then he started. Yeah, they really split him up for a little bit there, and then Trevi did start just getting that extra.
For a while, it was
but
a
it's not
pretty
crazy.
honest 50-50. And then
Yeah, they're not going to be how Perez is with the Royals or how Yachty was with the Cardinals. Like, there are other places and other teams where the catcher starts, 5 out of 6. But the Yankees with this grad, even at like their starting, it's 2 out of 3.
Even
and for what these guys do, it isn't illogical.
I know.
No, yeah, I don't mind it.
I know it's become a little bit of a goof and a gaff on this, but even if Trevi or Higgy were to get hurt, Rortvet is like copy and paste. He's supposed to be a great pitch framer.
How dare you?
He's supposed to not hit. The Yankees treat him that way.
It's like
Not
what they
anymore.
expect from him.
Wordvet's gone.
Stop.
He quit.
That's not true.
He's going back to the textile
Scratch
mill.
that, reverse it.
I think he's kind of the backup for the next 5 years after this year.
Yeah. It's around.
He's gonna.
I don't know. The
get a lot-
Yankees love trading
He's
catchers,
gonna
so
get
you
a
never
lot
know.
of PPPs.
5 years of Rortvet PPPs.
I hope he's awesome. I hope we love him.
I think we're going. He's ripped.
It's like Jack.
Well, that doesn't
He's
like
supposed
you.
to run into homers.
Doesn't help.
Hit a ball real hard a couple
like
years
Stanton.
He's not like a meathead like Wordvet.